Howdy, my name's Larry and welcome back. I am currently looking for... what are those? I am currently looking for leather to make a flotation device for my horse. And I think I realized what the problem was with where all the animals went. Wolves. I'm pretty sure wolves killed a lot of my animals. Because I've seen several packs of them in places that they ought not to be, and I had to clear them out. However, I've got 3 leather now, finally, after a little bit of exploration. I'm going to go pick some more apples. I've been collecting fruit as I travel also, because why not? I found a lot of cherries, a gooseberry tree, and a walnut tree, and that was my 3rd apple tree. Let's check in on the power plant here before we do anything else. How are we doing? We are still chugging along, generating energy. We're at 25% capacity, and this is still going. It's slow, but it's steady. And eventually we'll get a backlog of this liquid. When the time comes to pick up and move the machine, I will go ahead and bottle in some kind of portable container any excess fuel that we haven't had, so we can, pick up where we left off. However, we have the leather. We need to get a piece of wood real quick. So let's go ahead and pull out our axe and chop down a tree. You look good. And we will use this to see if we can't make our horse a little set of water wings. Alright. So let's go ahead and make that. We're going to take the horse's saddle and upgrade it. Horse. Saddle. Don't mind me. That wheat is really growing slowly. I don't know what's up with that. I'm not going to worry about it too much, though. We have a lot of apples, and that will be enough for what we need. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the recipe is this, and then 2 pieces of wood there. So let's go ahead and get some wood and try it before looking the recipe back up again. Okay, that worked. Alrighty then. Let's see what happens. Here, horsey. Alright, he's well fed. Oh, that's cute. He has a little log under his belly. Can we go through this? Of course we can't, but we should. Can we jump over? We can. Okay, alright. So let's see what happens now if I take him out into the water. He's moving in the water. It's not fast, but he's no longer fully stranded. I can actually steer him. Let's go ahead and take him into a little bit deeper water. We definitely don't want to try to, swim down the river with the horse like this, but it does mean now that we can, cross a body of water like this. Oh, hey. That looks like it. Yeah, okay. So this isn't great, but we're not losing the horse. And that's the important part. I think... how does this look from... yeah, okay. But that right there looks like a recurrent complex mine. We'll go ahead and loot that real quick. We also need to look into maybe some armor for this guy. Okay, we'll let him do his thing right now. He's fine. But this is usually in possession of a couple of chests. Alright, what do we got? We got some nuclear craft components, a golden apple, and a name tag. Hey! We can name the horse. Awesome. And the other one? Constellation paper? For VCO? Another motor? More nuclear craft stuff? And an enchanted book. Okay, this was actually a really valuable little mine shaft. And of course, if I wanted the train tracks, I could take those as well, but I don't really. So let's see. Am I carrying my bedroll with me? I better be. Okay. So let's go ahead and sleep real quick. No point in being up at night. But yeah, so we are able to explore with the horse this way pretty decently. And he's making decent time. He's not as slow as I thought he was initially. That looks like flower forest, maybe? I think that's what that biome is, flower forest. That's kind of cool. But alright, I'm going to go ahead and bring this horse back home, and we're going to work on our other flotation device, which is the Jetpack. We have some diamond dust, and we're about to go exploring. I think kind of one of my next priorities is just getting... taking our temporary abode and making it less temporary. So I'm going to go ahead and build some more permanent digs once we find a location to do that. But it's silly that this couple of seconds just now was the most exploration I've really done in this entire series just because I was trapped so much. So, horse is reliable now. This is good. Definitely need to look into making some armor for him. And we will go from there. So, I will see you back at the base. Alright, we are back. And I need to do something about all of this stuff that I just picked up. But what we're going to do next is we are going to build a jetpack. We need to... Hello. Huh. We are going to build a jetpack, and we are going to armor it. Yes, Piggy? Okay. Anyway. And we are going to need to make 2 machines from Mechanism for this. Kind of really the 2 first machines that the mod provides. The first one is the Metallurgic Infuser, and this is a really inexpensive machine. It costs some furnaces, some osmium, iron, and some redstone, and I happen to have furnaces to spare downstairs. That is the entry-level Mechanism machine that makes their fancy blocks, all of their circuit boards and things. The next thing we're going to need is an Electrolytic Separator. And this is a little bit more expensive, not too much, and it's going to cost like a total of 9 redstone, some gold, and some osmium, and some iron and things, and yeah. But it's not that bad. And this machine will separate water into hydrogen and oxygen. And we will use that hydrogen to fuel our jetpack. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my inventory, get the pieces for this, and be ready to build the machine so we can then use it to build the jetpack. Alright, so we're back upstairs. I picked up a whole bunch of metal and the materials, and I'm pretty sure this is all we're going to need for the build. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a chest there for output for both the pulverizer and the furnace, because that'll speed things up. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pair of hoppers to feed into them. So now we can queue up materials to be processed. Yay! Alright, so now that that's out of the way, let's actually look at this machine here. We need to make the... Alright, we need to make the Metallurgic Infuser, which requires 4 iron and a piece of osmium. I picked up 2 of my furnaces from downstairs, but we need some osmium, and we don't have any of that, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the osmium in as the first thing to get pulverized. That's going to go ahead and feed into there, which shouldn't take too terribly long, and hopefully it will eject immediately and we won't even see it in here. Oh, good. Alright, so we got osmium. I think we only need to cook one of these right now, but I'll go ahead and queue up both of them, at the moment. While this is going, I'm going to go ahead and queue up the copper and an equal amount of tin, then that, and then that. So we're going to queue all of that metal to just be pulverized eventually. Hopefully this will be able to hold up. Actually, yeah, we're still net positive on energy production right now. I think actually we generate enough to keep both of these machines running full time. Once we start adding stuff to it, that won't be the case anymore. I'm going to move this because it is going to get in the way. I'm just going to stick that right there for now. Okay, because we're going to put the infuser right. Actually, we'll probably put it right there just because I don't have the wiring for it. Yeah, we'll wind up having to put the separator right here and the infuser right here. Actually, the wires are right inside. It's no big deal. Okay, so we need to make this thing. We should have our materials that we need now in the box. There's the osmium. Okay, so let's go ahead and build this machine. And this machine allows us to make our... You know what? I'm gonna wire this up. It's like if I have to use this, it may as well look less than horrid. We're going to need those. Those can stay in that box. So this now should have power. It has full power. Okay. So the next thing we need to make is... we're going to start this off before we build the jetpack. We want to start generating the hydrogen so we don't have to wait for it, because otherwise it can take a really long time to charge up. So we need to go ahead and make that electrolytic separator. And it requires 4 more iron, some redstone, some of these other things, gold and stuff. So I want to say that I'm actually going to put a piece of gold there to go ahead and grind it down. I love being able to do this way. So that gold ground down. So we have the gold. We have... Oh, we got some gold from pulverizing the copper. Right, okay. So that's another nice thing, is that some of these metals cogenerate. And that's one of the reasons to use the pulverizer over other grinders, is they do that cogeneration stuff to where you can get a little bit of bonus materials. There are other ones that do it, but this is the one that we're going to use for now. So again, I need some osmium to, let's just take all of those. There's no reason to leave it in there. And we're going to need to make 4, 5, 6 of these enriched alloy. These enriched alloys are made in this by feeding it redstone and iron. Do we have enough iron? We don't, so we need to cook some iron. Let's go ahead and cook 6 iron up. I know I need at least 1 iron dust, which is part of the reason why I'm being a little bit hesitant to just throw all of it in there. You know what? We're going to go ahead and let that cook that way. But this is nice having these all go. Obviously, we're getting some iron dust out of there, so I guess I can probably... You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and cook... No, we're going to cook on demand because I don't know how much, and this will save us the headache. Actually, there we go. I know we can probably... No, going to cook on demand. Okay. So now, with 6 iron in there, one of the things about the mechanism machines is that they all make noise, and a fully functional mechanism factory is just cacophonous. There's clanging and banging, and it's really pretty terrifying. Okay. So we need to put our... We need some power and some water right here. We're going to put our little electrolytic separator right here in this spot in order to be able to start separating the 2 materials. I don't think I need that. No, you go away. We don't need you either. Almost done here. How are you guys? We should probably throw some more metal in here. I'm going to go ahead and throw just like 6 iron, 6 copper, and 6 tin in there. You know what? And 8 osmium. I don't think I need that all exactly. You know, the osmium's probably more important than the others, but those will cook up fast enough. Okay, we have those alloys. So we should be able to make our core. Did I math wrong? Yeah, I mathed wrong. How did I math wrong? I need 1 more of these. Helps if we do it the other way around. So that'll do its thing. This is still cooking away, making us metal. This is just crushing iron, so we don't have to do it anymore. There we go. Okay, so now we just need 3 more iron. Excellent. Let's place that down there. Yeah, listen to that hum. Now imagine a base with like 15 of these. It's filling water, it's filling up its hydrogen, it's filling up its oxygen, and we are going to tell it that oxygen, once we're full, vents into the atmosphere. And yeah, it's just going to go. And our power use is still net positive, so that's good. Yeah, look how far away we are and we can still hear it. We're going to have to come over here to do some thinking. All right. But we have those 2 pieces. We need to make the jetpack now. So first tier is we need to make some steel. And we need to make a basic control circuit. So this is osmium fed the redstone instead of iron. We happen to have a single piece of osmium cooked. So we'll do that real quick. This is less efficient to do it this way. This is a little bit wasteful of redstone. There's a machine that we can make, some sort of compressor or something, I forget what it is exactly, that makes... Oh my goodness. Wow. I have to be basically a full chunk away not to have to listen to that. Huh. Okay. So, we've got the control circuit. We're going to need to make, we need 4 tin, or 3 tin, a gas tank, which is just 4 osmium, and 2 steel. Then when we make it armored, we need 2 pieces of bronze, a block of steel, and that diamond dust that we talked about. We have the diamond dust, I brought that up, so we only need 2 bronze, which, that's iron, that's not going to help. Where's the tin? There's the tin. Copper and tin is not making bronze? What is our recipe for bronze this time around? There we go. Oh, okay. It's a... Alright. That ratio. That's fine. Okay. So we need to make sure we cook up at least 3 more tin, I think it was, and that bronze. But we also need at least... Oh my goodness, I can't even think with that much noise going on. We're going to go ahead and cook up the bronze while we're at it. Three tin, 4 osmium. How close is this? It's about half full. Man. This actually uses quite a bit of energy. Yeah, it's using 160 RF a tick, so we should be negative on the energy. Yeah, we're actually consuming energy now. But once this fills up, it'll be full. Now, normally you can turn around and burn the hydrogen that you're generating for electricity. Man. Okay, that's at least I can think with that noise going now. But we will get all of our metals here pretty soon. This is probably about all that we need. Let's see where we are. So the jetpack. Oh yeah, we need to make steel. Okay, so steel is made in the Metallurgic Infuser as well by using... I'm going to need to cut down another tree to get more carbon for this. Steel is used... or the most efficient way to make steel is by using charcoal. You can use coal, but it's not as efficient. You have to use 2 coal blocks, or 2 little coal pieces of coal, where 1 charcoal would do the trick. And charcoal is a renewable resource, so there's no reason not to use that instead. So let's go ahead and cook up, you know what, all of that while it's at it, because we have everything else we need. We need 9, 10, 11 iron. Or yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put in a little bit more iron. And so close. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let this finish cooking up here. Actually, here we go. We've got enough coal to start this. So we're going to throw that in there. And we're going to throw that iron in there. And this is going to do its thing and process the steel. Now, for making the steel, you actually need... Oops. You actually need to process this twice. You run it through once and then run it through again. And then you get steel dust that you can turn into usable steel that you can cook like normal and use for other stuff. This is probably the cheapest steel in any mod. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let this run, and I'm not going to make you wait with me. Alright, that just finished. It took a while, and in that time, this managed to fill itself up and fill this back up and stop generating. The reason we have this set to dump excess is so when the oxygen tank eventually gets fully full, we can still get hydrogen out, which is the thing that we have the machine for right now. But I need to start cooking that steel, and I only need to wait for 2 of them to finish, and then we can build this. But we can build the gas tank. There we go. Okay, that'll finish. Alright, so we need to build that gas tank, which is just that. And there's our jetpack. Now, it looks pretty cool. It's got a great model. I love it. Those little glass fins down there. But it doesn't work without fuel. So, also, it really damaged my armor level. I lost a ton by replacing my chest piece. So, if I take this thing out and I put it in here to fill it up, it will fill full of hydrogen. But I'm going to wait a second and take that steel, and we're going to go ahead and upgrade it just because we're here. We may as well go all the way and build an armored jetpack. And now, if we put this thing on, it's actually more armor than that steel chest plate was. And I don't think it actually looks any different. Maybe a little bit in the front. But now we have actually even more armor than we had previously. But it's still empty. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up with fuel. And it's going to start again, taking its horrible, horrible time. I just realized why this thing is running low on energy. And that's because I'm pulling from here instead of from the battery. Let's fix that and see if we can't make this thing run a little faster. We need another one of these real quick. And then we're going to test fly the jetpack. Okay, there we go. And let's go ahead and allow this to output to the front. And now, this thing should be getting... Oh, wait, hang on. Front. Orange. There we go. Now this thing should be getting... Yeah, it's getting full energy now. Okay, and this will take a long time to fill up off of this. So we're going to go ahead and just stop in a second here. There we go. We've got a very, very small amount of juice. But now we can jetpack. And yeah, which means a lot of stuff. If we look here, it shoots out a lot of cool flames. So we had just over 4,000 energy right here. I think I need to build a hang glider to be really effective, so we're going to go ahead and come in for a landing. And let's see how much energy that little flight cost. So that little flight cost 200 hydrogen. So it's not that expensive. We can definitely make this thing work. But with this jetpack, a hang glider, and the horse that can swim, oh cow, we can really probably travel pretty far. I think an on-foot expedition is in order, though, just to try to see sort of another staging area that maybe we want to be able to build a place to saddle the horse. Maybe find a village. One problem with the jetpack is that it does take over your jump button, and so unless you remember to shut it off, which key binding I never remember, it will always burn fuel every time you try to jump. So yeah, that's a thing. But otherwise, I'm actually really happy with how today turned out. So yeah, my name's Ilarion. This has been Minecraft. We've got a jetpack now, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.